What's good, everybody, and welcome to the Dub Awards. What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Dub. Today we have our special guest, Mongab Carillo. What's good, Mon?
Doing good over here. How are you?
Doing good as well. He will be part of the show in every basketball-related and NBA topics moving forward. Alright, so keep a look on that one because Mongab will always be there. And we also would like to thank all of you for the support you gave us in our first episode. If you haven't watched it yet, it will be down in the description box below, or it will also be on top of me right now, as you can see it right there. But before you click that link, please watch this video because it will really mean a lot. And in this episode, we will be giving you our NBA prediction awards. Alright, but before all of that, Mon, 3 games are done for each NBA team who is in the playoffs. What are your thoughts so far about the playoffs?
Oh damn, they're so fire. There's some unexpected moments, like the 2-0 Mavericks lead, but they lost last night, so I think the Clippers are coming back. And Dylan Brooks and Ja Morant have surprised me. I don't know why the medical staff rested Donovan Mitchell for the first game, even though he said, I thought he was gonna play, because when he first got injured, I thought there was no structural damage. I wonder why they would rest him, and it's a crucial game. I heard he was furious about it, and I understand why. I would be furious too if I was the best player on the team, and I have been out for a month. And let's go to the fans. There are a lot of fan incidents, like Trae Young, obviously, and Russell Westbrook, the fan who threw popcorn on Russell Westbrook, the racist remarks about Ja Morant's father, and yeah, it's pretty much the fans are back.
Thought of a game wherein it's not really a game, but I will name each NBA team and you give me your reaction to how they play in the playoffs right now. You ready?
Gotcha. Surprising, Tobias Harris has been solid for them, providing 37 points in game 1. Ben Simmons needs, the typical Ben Simmons, typical play of Ben Simmons. And Joel Embiid has been the usual Joel Embiid. I haven't really heard about them a lot. All I heard about them was Russell Westbrook's injury and the fan that threw popcorn at him.
It's okay.
Also, I haven't heard a lot about Bradley Beal too. And Derrick Rose back. We were watching the Derrick Rose MVP D Rose. He's been so good for them. Even though Julius Randle has been struggling in his first playoffs, at least they got Derrick Rose to bring them back to the series. Even though they're down to 1. Trae Young and Bogdanovic have been good for them. They've been scorers. Both of them are the top 2 options of the team, and the team's success reflects on both of their performances this series. They lost Dante DiVincenzo, right?
They lost Dante DiVincenzo, just like I think hours ago. Yeah, that was a huge loss.
I don't think huge loss, but yes, agree. Who's gonna start for them? Maybe it's Pat Connaughton. I think they'll recover from the loss. It's been tough for them to score against the Bucks. Compared to the Bucks, it's so easy for the Bucks to score against them, but the Heat have been struggling to get a bucket. Only Jimmy Butler has been scoring, and a little bit of Duncan Robinson, 3 points. And Goran Dragic could barely get a bucket. Tyler Hero couldn't even score. Bam Adebayo too has been struggling. It's been a pain to watch them this series, this playoffs. Damn, Brooklyn. No surprises here. They've won the first 2 games. The playoff KD and playoff Kyrie and playoff Harden. all they need to do, Celtics to win, is they need a huge scoring night from Jason Tatum, and maybe another maybe, and they also need a second scoring option, whether it's Kemba Walker or in last night's case it was Marcus Smart who made 5 threes, right? He made five
Yeah,
threes.
yeah.
Yeah, he. It's not for them to win. It has to be Jason Tatum and someone else. When Donovan Mitchell came back, he immediately made an impact, scoring 25 points in his first game back.
Very
Mike Conley and Rudy Gobert have been good on a pick and roll. Jordan Clarkson and Royce O'Neal played terrible in game one, but Royce O'Neal bounced back in game two, and I don't think Jordan Clarkson did enough. But at least Royce was there to make 4 threes for them. Boyan Bogdanovic kind of struggled. Dylan Brooks has been a surprise this series. John Morant scored 47. He's been a problem for the Jazz. And, come on, like Trae Young is for the New York crowd is Dylan Brooks. Kawhi Leonard has been the usual Kawhi, like how we saw him in Toronto. Paul George has bounced back last night after the two dreadful performances. The dreadful performances in game one and game two, and Marcus Smart also gave a bounce back last night with draining 3 straight threes in the left corner. Patrick Beverly didn't play a lot last night. Rajon Rondo was good too. Luka Doncic has 44 points. He's been so good for them for the first 3 games. But for game 1 and game 2, like we'll talk about last episode, was the supporters have been inconsistent. So last night, KP couldn't even score. Tim Hardaway Jr. only shot 3s, and I think the main contributor last night, aside from Luka, is Jalen Brunson. Nobody else has been helping Luka, and this Austin Rivers has been a surprise for the Nuggets. Obviously, Jokic and MPJ have been solid for them. Jamal Murray would have made a difference if he was in there. If Jamal Murray was in there, I would pick them in 4. The Nuggets to win this in 4. Damian Lillard, and they lost games, but Damian Lillard's been solid for them. Carmelo Anthony has been doing some contributions for them. I think they need more defense from Nurkic, and Jay Crowder's cannot guard LeBron, and Chris Paul has been bothered by his shoulder, so he hasn't been playing like his usual self because of that. Devin Booker played solid in game 1, but hasn't really picked up ever since game 1. You know, playoff LeBron, playoff AD. They're the defending champs. There's a reason why they're defending champs. Even though they lost those players, they still got the experience and championship mentality for them to win another championship. It wouldn't be an upset, even though they're the 7th seed playing against the 7th seed playing against the 2nd seed. It wouldn't be an upset if they win this series.
So those are all the thoughts of Mongab for all the teams or the series that happened in the playoffs so far. So now let's go on with our awards, or for the season awards. Alright. We'll start off hot because I think we have a same answer for this. Who is your MVP?
MVP finalists: Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers, Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, and Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors. These are the MVP finalists.
Picking Jokic over here, because if Embiid wasn't injured, I would pick Embiid over here. Remember last year's Rookie of the Year race? If Zion wasn't injured, maybe he would be Rookie of the Year. But it's still gonna be Jokic because this triple double. He played every game, and even without Murray, he still got into a hot streak because of him.
My MVP is also Nikola Jokic because if you have the same answer, if Embiid wasn't injured, he might win MVP. This would be a close one, but since he got injured after the All-Star break, it was very, very tough for him. It will be very, very tough for him, and with Murray being injured, or when he got injured, we all thought that Denver would go down for a bit, but Jokic showed why he is MVP. He played very well, especially he made Facu even become better. He made MPJ, who became a better scorer, or was running for most improved player, you know what I'm saying? He became even better for a productive, a second star player, and his production is 26.4 points per game, 10.8 rebounds per game, 8.3 assists per game, and 56.6 in the field goal. That is already an MVP type numbers, especially you're a center who knows how to pass. That's Jokic, bro. So yeah, he will win MVP, or he is our vote for MVP. Before we go on with our awards, the 6th Man of the Year and Most Improved Player are already given. So we would like to congratulate Jordan Clarkson and Julius Randle for winning those specific awards. Jordan Clarkson won 6th Man of the Year, and Julius Randle won Most Improved Player. So now let's go on to the Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball of the Charlotte Hornets. Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tyrese Halliburton of the Sacramento Kings. These are your finalists for Rookie of the Year 2021.
LaMelo Ball. He's missed a lot of time. Look at his stats during the first half of the season. He's triple doubles. He's scored a lot of points. He's made assists. He looks passes I think his passing skills are like Steve Nash, or maybe it's too much. Maybe more of LeBron. His court vision is next level, and he can score a ball, and he almost brought his team to the playoffs. So he's my pick for Rookie of the Year.
My pick for Rookie of the Year is also LaMelo Ball. He brings that swagger to the culture of Charlotte. He will make Charlotte feeling the team to watch, especially with the announcers. He's the player that he brings you want to watch Charlotte. He's that type of player. He's bringing the swag of a first overall pick player. I know that Anthony Edwards does those things after what he did after the All-Star game, and those were very, very good productive numbers. But man, what LaMelo did is all very good. It makes him show you all why he was supposed to be the number 1 pick. And that didn't happen. He helped change the culture. He bring that swagger. It's way different than what Kemba brought to Charlotte and what he is bringing right now. Because once it was still Kemba Walker's day, it's you will still watch Charlotte if they would they're on a, or Kemba's on a winning team, or running, you know what I'm saying? He's on a run, who's scoring 20 plus points, 30 plus points. But when you watch LaMelo, you have the feel to watch from the first to the last. You don't wanna you don't wanna skip or somewhere. You just wanna watch LaMelo because what we love his passing, we love his scoring, we love his production in the team. So yeah. So those are all our Rookie of the Year winners. So next is we go on to the Defensive Player of the Year.
Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz. Ben Simmons of the Philadelphia 76ers. Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors. These are your finalists for Defensive Player of the Year 2021.
Rudy Gobert. Because without him, the Jazz wouldn't be a solid defensive team. He's had a lot of block shots, like just not counted, but he sort of blocked Ja Morant, and his impact on the defense is unmatched to anybody else on in the league. He's also made uh, his teammates get better in defense. Like we saw Royce O'Neal has been good defensively this season.
My defensive player of the year is the one and only Ben Simmons. No bias right here. I like Ben Simmons, but yo, he is the most versatile player right now, and you will never ever see another player like Ben Simmons. Alright, if you look at the stats of both players, Gobert has the best defensive season in his whole career. Like, I know he won a lot of defensive player of the years in the past season, but if we look at his stats from those seasons and look at his seasons right now, especially the advanced stats, you know that he has the best season as a defensive player. But once you watch a 76er game, you will really see the impact of Ben Simmons. Like, he is that type of player wherein you want him to guard your best player. If you watch the season, whole regular season, you could see him guarding Bradley Beal, James Harden, Kyrie, and like Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like, he can guard anyone, and I mean anyone from 1 to 4, maybe 5 a bit, but 4, because of his size and his speed and his athleticism. Like, no one is like Ben Simmons when it comes defensively. I think you could put it like a bit of a LeBron, like what LeBron did before, but he is like that right now, and it's the time to give that award to a player like him, because maybe you won't have another player, or he won't have another defensive season like this season. And his stats or his productive on the court is like when it comes offensively, he has a low or bad season when it comes like scoring right now, or like those things. But his impact defensively, like, he took a sacrifice so that Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid would be more productive in his game. So that's why he's more on passing right now. So that's why he took a bit of a bump or a bit down. So, but he really improved defensively and helped them defensively. And if you look at both players, Simmons might not win Defensive Player of the Year because of what the people will think, because of he doesn't do offensive that much, but he is very good defensively. And Gobert there does the same, but their defense is the height. And Gobert is the type of player wherein he is a team defender. You know what I'm saying? Like, once he is on the court, like, he lives, like, everyone was scared to go drive to the rim. That's how impact Gobert is. Like, no one is like Rudy Gobert right now defensively. Like, no one. Like, no one is like Rudy Gobert. And he would like block any shot right there. And he would like, once he is there on the court, everyone in the Utah Jazz will become stronger defensively. That's why they are the number one team in the whole league right now. Their defense and their offense. And if you look at Ben Simmons, he can guard your best player, but he's like that type of player wherein you will ask him to guard your best player or the best player in the other team. And he will also help impact the defense of the players, especially if 76ers are sometimes not good defensively, but good thing Ben Simmons is there, Matisse Thybulle is there. Two of those players are the players wherein he will be the one to lead the perimeters and the back or the paint, you know what I'm saying? Because Embiid is almost sometimes there, but when he's gone, it's already Ben Simmons' time. So, it is. So, I have Ben Simmons winning Defensive Player of the Year.
Rudy Gobert is a rim protector, and Ben Simmons is a lockdown defender who sticks to the best player on the other team. So, what people might think here is their differences. Ben Simmons, I already said this. Would you rather have a defensive player of the year who locks up the best player on the other team, or a defensive player of the year who protects the rim? And they both have good impacts on the team, but either way works. Either it's Simmons or Gobert winning this award, but I think it will be Gobert.
For me, I would have a player that is who will guard your best player. Because like it is very rare to find players nowadays that who will guard your best player in the other team very very well. Like if you watch the which is I want to watch this one, but I don't know if it would happen. But I also want to watch it. If you watch the Sixers versus Bucks game, sometimes there are times that Giannis didn't play well because Ben Simmons was guarding him. Especially if you do it on 2K, that's gonna lisod kayo na ba? Game match up kaya na sila duha. But if you watch also the playoffs this year, Westbrook didn't always have a good game, or he didn't have a good game this series. And Ish Smith as well. There's also like Bradley Beal who played a bit well because Ben Simmons is really guarding Russell Westbrook to watch the games. So yeah, I have him winning Defensive Player of the Year. Those are our thoughts or our picks for Defensive Player of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, and congrats Jordan Clarkson, Pinoy Pride. Hope you play for Gilas coming up very very soon when FIBA comes or when the Olympics comes. Thank you. Next, next is we go to Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year, Tom Thibodeau of the New York Knicks. Quinn Snyder of the Utah Jazz. Monty Williams of the Phoenix Suns. These are your finalists for Coach of the Year 2021.
I got Quinn Snyder. I got my explanation. Hold on. So I don't know why Donovan Mitchell still hasn't been labeled as a superstar, even though he's the main reason why he's led his team to the best record in the league.
He's an all-star.
And I mean a superstar. He hasn't been labeled as
Alright.
right. You know how people have been saying Jason Tatum is now a superstar because of the scoring, but look at Donovan Mitchell's impact on the team. When LeBron played with role players, with I don't even remember who, in his first tenure in the Cavs, he was labeled a superstar. He was an MVP candidate. Neither of Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert have been in the MVP conversation. I don't know why. They have the best record in the league. They deserve it. They deserve to be in the best record in the league. They deserve to be in the MVP conversation. And the Coach of the Year should be Quinn Snyder. Also, look at the other players. They're unknown except for Mike Conley. Everybody else is unknown. Like, who knows? Royce O'Neal or Boyan Bogdanovic or Joe Ingles, even George Niang. I don't even know if you viewers know who George Niang is, but he's provided a huge impact on the team, and he's been getting some good minutes for the Jazz, and that's why Quinn Snyder should be Coach of the Year.
I have Tom Thibodeau. New York, bro. New York, stand up, bro. Because like the Jazz already been like a good team. We already know in the past few years. So like they like really very very improved this season, but they have already been good last season. So I still know why. I still know why he should be Coach of the Year. But for me, I have New York or Coach Tom Thibodeau. Because like Monty Williams, if you look at the Suns, right, it's not really like a Monty Williams type of team. It is really like a Chris Paul type of team. You know what I'm saying? It's like Chris Paul's the one like who really helped them elevate to their position right now as being the 2 seed in the West and one of the best teams in the league. But once Chris Paul goes out, you know what happens. You see the playoffs. So like it is something bad to see or something sad to see. Just hope Chris Paul comes back stronger, even though it's a bit okay right now. We just hope he comes back stronger so that the playoffs will be like good, especially in that series. For me, I have Tom Thibodeau. Look at New York. They were one of the worst teams for the past couple of years, and when Tom Thibodeau came, he did it. And I heard, I think in a Zach Lowe interview, I was listening to podcast or like an interview. It was with for Julius Randle, and he said that he turned into this player that we know right now, or like the most improved player or the all star this season because Coach Tom Thibodeau telling him to do what he does, and that really like tells me that he's really the coach of the year. Because like what he did, he brought New York to like the fifth seed, and then you bring also Derrick Rose, you bring also re-sign back Taj Gibson, you bring back a bit of the old Chicago Bulls, and look what they're doing right now. They're good defensively. Like Frank Ntilikina doing good right well, even though he was stashed in the past couple of seasons. You also have like Obi Toppin getting good minutes if Julius Randle is a bit tired. You also showed the defensive powers of Nerlens Noel, especially like Mitchell Robinson is out. I don't know how long, but you see the productivity or the improvement of RJ Barrett, Julius Randle. You see all those improvements, bro, and it is the help of Coach Tom Thibodeau. And if you look at the Bulls before, it is a bit similar because of their defensive, and it is all surrounded by Derrick Rose before, but now it's surrounded by Julius Randle with the help of Derrick Rose. You see, they see the connection. So yeah, Coach Tom Thibodeau is my coach of the year. So now with all the awards done, we will go on to our All NBA.
Steph Curry and Chris Paul. For the forwards is Giannis Antetokounmpo, and they should consider Joel Embiid too. And the centers is Nikola Jokic. I mean, listen, if Joel Embiid is not in the first All-NBA first team, it would be a robbery for him, so they should at least allow him to be considered as a forward.
Crazy lang siya kay parang ang All-NBA dapat matanggal na ang positioning. Kasi
Yep.
you have the best players in the league tapos put it in the positioning so that it will be hard or tough. So for me, I have Curry, I'll put in Luka, Giannis,
Luka.
Kawhi, and Jokic. Those are my first team. It was supposed to be Chris Paul or Luka, but I gotta go with Luka's been dominating. I know Chris Paul did well, or like he deserves the first team, but I gotta go with Luka. Luka has been very volatile this season. He bring them to like a 6 seed, and look what he does with the Clippers right now. So yeah, I have him in the first. For my all second team, I have Dame, Chris Paul, Jimmy Butler, Julius Randle, and Joel Embiid. I put this in positioning because like you couldn't have like two centers in both, but I just want to put two centers so that you will see the difference of having with positions and no positions.
Damian Lillard, Luka Doncic, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum, and Rudy Gobert. Putting Jason Tatum over here because of his rise to a superstar level, because of his scoring, and putting Rudy Gobert because of the team impact he has. Because I think he leads the league in plus minus, and he deserves to be in the second All NBA second team.
Above Bam.
Yep, over Bam.
This is my third team: Kyrie, Harden, LeBron, PG, and Bam Adebayo.
I have James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, LeBron James, Julius Randle, and Bam Adebayo. I'm putting Donovan Mitchell in here because the Jazz deserve to have two players on all NBA teams. They're the first seed and they should have two players at least. I don't know who the third one would be, but yeah, there should be at least two. And there also needs to be a Miami Heat player, so I chose Bam Adebayo to be the center in this third team.
Do you have LeBron in any of your teams?
Yeah. He's in third.
So
He's in my third team.
you don't have Kyrie, but you have Harden.
Yeah.
They played the same amount of games. LeBron, Harden, and Kyrie.
I didn't even notice. Didn't even notice that.
They played the same amount of games. For me, I had PG over like the other players because he has been balling this season. I know he didn't play good the playoffs, but he played very, very well in the regular season. Before we go on to our defensive teams, Mon, uh, when you put up the list, how much did it matter for you for the season? Because like, you know, I know it matters, pero like, yung the the impact of the protocols, the impact of the injuries, like they are the ones that like there are some players who like didn't make it in my lineup. Was like example like KD who deserved to be it. Like I think also like Russell Westbrook who deserves to be it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like how
Yeah.
much did it matter for you?
Huge impact. LeBron, like LeBron, if he didn't get injured this season, he would be first. He would all NBA first team without a doubt. Also, AD. AD is not even getting any consideration because of his injuries. And for a protocol and injuries, it's a huge piece to this all NBA teams. One more.
Sure.
Um, Another is Donovan Mitchell. If he didn't get injured, maybe he would have. Maybe more people would think of putting him in the All NBA third team because of having the first seed, and because of his injury, maybe he wouldn't even get any considerations to this.
So lastly, let's go on to our defensive teams. For me, I have for my first defensive team Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Draymond Green, not Danny Green, Draymond Green, and Rudy Gobert. Who do you have?
I have Ben Simmons, Drew Holiday, Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, and Rudy Gobert.
For me, second team, I have Drew Holiday, Matisse Thybulle, Mikal Bridges, Bam Adebayo, and Clint Capella. Who do you have?
Well, I never thought of him. Didn't even think of him. So, I have Lou Dort, Marcus Smart, Jimmy Butler, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Bam Adebayo.
That's tough not having Clint Capella.
I never thought of him.
He was very good.
I thought of Lou Dort, but not Clint Capella.
He's very
Or
good. Defensively this
maybe I take out Marcus Smart over here over Matisse. Maybe I take Matisse Thybulle over Marcus Smart because of the injuries. Let me give some honorable mentions on my team. We're missing Matisse Thybulle, Clint Capella, like you said. Royce O'Neal had a good impact on the defense this season. I didn't have Jimmy Butler, so add him to the honorable mention. Who else? We got Paul George, maybe should be in there.
Yeah.
As an honorable mention. Maybe Jay Crowder. Chris Paul should. That's it for the honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Do you have any honorable mentions?
I don't have anyone. I didn't prepare anything. But I have for all NBA. Because you could put there like Zach LaVine. You could also put there like DeMar DeRozan.
Zion.
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 Because like these are players that we have right here. Like these are players that they can replace if some of the players right here are on our list didn't have the enough like time. I know some of them didn't have time, but once they were there, they were really good in the impact. But that's why they made in the All NBA teams. But once if they didn't play miss a lot of the seasons, like they are really gone off the list, bro. That's for me.
How about Devin Booker? We didn't even mention him. The All NBA teams.
Yeah, Devin Booker. Bradley Beal is one because he was like one of the best scorers this season. He was like, one of the best as well. I
Yeah.
think it was because of their
Oh,
score position, the seedings.
how about Domantas Sabonis?
Ah, that's tough. That's tough. But how
You
about
see, they're deserving, but they're just too much
Yeah.
talent in this. in these teams.
Yeah, that's true. So those are all our awards and predictions. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment on what are your award predictions as well. We also like to congratulate once again Jordan Clarkson and Julius Sandel for winning both of their awards. They all both deserve it. Alright. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Mongab's links will be down in the description box below. You want to plug in anything more before you leave?
No, that's all I have. Enjoy the playoffs, and I'll see you soon.
We'll see you all soon.